Soulworker is a free-to-play anime stage-based action RPG that initially came to Steam on October 2nd, 2020. This game features a fast-paced action combat system, boob physics, challenging boss fights, and the ability to play dress-up with your favourite anime waifu. Is Soulworker just another low-effort thirst trap for people with weird tastes, or is it actually a decent game? Today, we'll find out. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. War for the Seas is a brand new authentic sailing and exploration MMORPG that immerses the player in the Age of Discovery, allowing them to sail across the globe, initiating trade between various empires, defeating pirates, completing quests, and upgrading your ship and crew from a ragtag bunch of ruffians to a ruthless elite squad of pirates commanded by well-known heroes from myth and legend. Starting out, you'll choose between 4 classes: the Cannoneer, Bounty Hunter, Guard Officer, or Diviner, as well as your Empire, the Kingdom of England, Gaul, Andalus, Portuguese Empire, or Frankish Kingdom. Then the game will give you a quick tutorial on the real-time ship combat before sending you off to begin your adventure. As you progress through War for the Seas, you'll partake in pirate raids where you can choose to become a lawless pirate or hunt them down for bounties. You'll sail across the globe experiencing dynamic weather, changing wind and ocean currents, docking at exotic ports for your sailors to rest whilst you offload commodities to earn coin. You'll build up your ship with powerful cannons, expanded cargo holds and sails to give you an advantage in the realistic naval warfare, where you have full control over your ship with many powerful abilities to take down enemies. And the game also has robust social systems such as guilds, mentorships, friends, allies, nation wars, guild wars, 3v3, and all the things that you'd expect from a true MMORPG. Click the link in the description below to make an account for War for the Seas, where you can earn money whilst playing the game, and use the gift code shown on screen for some epic rewards to help you get started. Download now. Soulworker, a free-to-play anime action RPG that's been out on Steam for a few years. Let's check it out and see if people are still playing. Instead of displaying class names, it just displays character names, and each character has different weapons. So we've got a lady with a big giant greatsword, katana user, big giant artillerist, a spear user, scythe, sniper, heavy metal guitar lolly, age 14. Why? Fist weapon class, and giant cannon girl. I don't know why it feels the need to have such young characters, because knowing anime MMOs, they're going to be wearing horrendously skimpy clothing. If you look here, age 15, she's wearing stockings and a bloody maid outfit. I'm just going to say it, the developers are probably weirdos, but I'm going to go with Fnell, the spear user, as looking at the combat preview, the combat for this class seems pretty cool. Check out the character customization. Yes, she's wearing a coat. Fantastic. That's definitely going to keep her warm. A few different hair colors. Not a whole lot of choice here. Make her eyes blue. You can have her skin white or slightly less white. See-through top as well. Bit of bobber on display. Okay, character created. Cool little intro animation. Intro story of my character's parents getting rid of her. Very sad. I'm genuinely surprised that this is my default starting outfit. So now I've got my spear. Previews a few of my abilities. I've got my shift is like a sliding dodge. Feels pretty fluid. The jump feels super abrupt. And now lots of monsters randomly spawning. Got a few other abilities. Let's try my number 1. Okay, that's cool. Combat feels decent so far. Let's see if it gets boring quickly. So this is how dialogue's displayed. Your character kind of changes their expression. Of course, we're just going to spam that spacebar and skip through it. Similar to how I play Lost Ark, smashing that G key. Okay, and now we've got a boss. Some wolfy boy. Let's try my number 2 ability. Oh, that's cool. It's like a dash attack. What does number 3 do? It spins and makes spears come down from the sky. Okay, I like that. I appreciate that the boss isn't dying in one hit, which is fairly typical of these kind of anime RPGs. Sometimes when I press my number 1 ability, it tells me to press Z to do a combo. 1, Z. Oh, that was a big damage combo. Okay, and it's dead. F. Why'd I get an F? I got an F on the tutorial. That's horrendous. Maybe I should just uninstall right now. Okay, I guess this is going to be the hub area. from where I select missions, take quests, and upgrade gear. These kind of instanced hub anime RPGs all follow a fairly similar formula. Fucking that's a lot of dialogue to skip through. Wow. And I thought Lost Ark was bad for smashing the G key. Look at all of the text I'm skipping. I ain't reading all that. Oh, here we go again. It's gonna give me a bit of a workout, isn't it? Oh, I'm level 14. How? The game's just started. Why am I level 14 of all random levels? It's one of those things, is it? There's random invisible barriers over places you don't expect invisible barriers. 3 different difficulty choices, normal, hard, or manic. I can only select normal right now, so let's just crack on with that. So far the game reminds me of Honkai Impact 3, which I played like a year or 2 ago. But that was a mobile game. I don't think this is a mobile game. I'm literally just holding my mouse button down, turning the mouse slightly, and everything's dying. I've got to fight against a crocodile with 16 health bars. Oh, CC'd. Oh wait, I'm not CC'd, I'm dead. Okay, fair enough. Like, I'm not even used to looking at my health bar in games like these, because usually they're like super easy and impossible to die from the start. Fucking hell, this thing deals some damage, man. It's no joke. I need to respect this boss a little bit more. I think bloody 2 hits, yeah. Wait for it to attack, go in there, whack him, just get out, fuck him up. There it is. Okay. I wasn't expecting that it would even be possible for me to die on the first boss of the game, but I really like that that's a thing. Okay, I guess it's engaging from the start if there's a level of difficulty. Pleasantly surprised. If there was no possibility of me dying, which is typical for these types of games, then I'd probably be bored very quickly. Oh, I see why I was probably taking so much damage from that boss. I had no armor equipped. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to take back what I said about the game being challenging from the start, because I was fighting the fucking thing naked. Good job, idiot. Yellow cube. What does it do? It's a loot box. Cheers. Oh, another loot box. Oh god, it's Lost Ark all over again. I'm opening card packs. I thought, oh okay, I'm gonna record a different game other than Lost Ark, and opening cards just the same right off the bat. Can't escape Asian RNG these days. On to the next mission. I appreciate that the game allows me to hide the UI and go into anime screenshot modes. I'm guessing the end game is basically just creating anime screenshots in weird anime outfits. So I guess it makes sense that that's the thing. Steel Graves. So this is a different type of mission. It's got like different chapters. Is this like an endless tower or something? Right, how much damage do I take this time?
That's enough! Stop!
A lot less than I took before. Jeez, I'm dealing a lot more damage as well now. It certainly helps when you have armor equipped, doesn't it? Wait, I've got a quest to destroy traffic barrels. What have the traffic barrels done wrong? Nobody knows. Fuck you, traffic barrel. Game told me to kill you. Onto the boss stage. Big colossus thing with a hammer. Now let's see if this deals big damage to me like the previous boss. It deals a little bit of damage, like 1,000. It doesn't hit me like the first boss did though, when I was wearing no armor. So gear in this game definitely makes a massive difference to your power. And it's dead. We did a lot better this time around. S+. I've come a long way since getting F rank on the tutorial. Can I just hold space? Oh, you can just press skip. You don't have to smash that spacebar key. That's a nice bit of convenience. Looks like I'm not going to have to get a new keyboard. So the way the skills work in this game, you've got like 3 hotbars essentially. And you can choose what skills combo together after the first skill. So you've got a first stage hotbar, second stage hotbar, and a third stage essentially. So depending on what skill you use will then dictate the follow-up skill when you press your combo key. I quite like that. That's an interesting idea. I kind of wish the game was as difficult as it was when I had no armor on. Maybe then it would be a little bit more engaging and fun, because now I know that I can just tank a lot of damage and just mindlessly play it. I do like the combos though, they are pretty satisfying. Oh, I don't know if I can play this game for that long. It's a little bit boring, isn't it? Like, fundamentally. Go from A to B on a super instanced level. UI is massive. visually mediocre. I just feel like I've played so many other similar anime games like this one. It's kind of like Kritika Online, but the levels are even smaller and the combat isn't quite as good. And Kritika Online was shut down like last year, so... Final boss of this stage. Oh, he's grabbed me! You bastard. Kill the golem and GG. I like how instead of slow-mo, they just reduce the frame rate at the end to make it look like slow-mo. Why would someone choose to play this over Genshin Impact? Genshin has better combat, it also has anime graphics. I don't really know, I'm just a little bit confused. You know, even though the combat of this game's not bad, and it's actually quite fast and fluid, I'm not finding it overly engaging, and I think that has to do with the difficulty of the game and the fact that I'm at, like, no risk of dying. I was quite excited when I fought that first boss with no armor on, and it bloody chunked me for half of my health in one ability. So I thought, oh my god, this is going to be a game where I actually have to pay attention. And unfortunately, it's not actually the case. The game would probably be a lot more enjoyable early on if that was the case, though. Because right now, just going through all these different bosses, just button mashing, a little bit mindless. And it is always like this in this genre of game. It's super mindless early on until you get to late game. But only the most dedicated people ever get to late game. Cash shop. Let's check out some outfits, shall we? Because realistically, that's why people play these kind of games. Oh, bloody hell. So there's actual hairstyles on the cash shop in this game. I don't mind that. It's just cosmetic. That's bloody huge and it's clipping through my hood. I'd have to wear something super skimpy if I was to go with this hair to avoid it clipping through my outfit. Wait, this is a game where the characters are like age 14, 15, 16, 17. And this is on the cash shop. Seriously? Underwear. That's very appropriate after listing the bloody ages of the characters, isn't it? I wouldn't mind all of the crazy, slutty outfits on the cash shop if it didn't say that the characters, some of them are like super underage. I find that extremely weird. This is the problem with these kind of anime games where you play as a character, not a class. Because you're so limited with the actual base character customization, every time you see another class that's like you just look the same. There's just clones running around everywhere, and it's super immersion breaking. We look like twins. Not a big fan of that approach, really. I think it's better to just create your class and have full customization control of your character. Okay, I've used up my willpower today. Maybe I'll come back and play a little bit more tomorrow, see if it gets any more challenging. But it seems to be getting a little bit more difficult. The last few bosses I've done actually dealt some damage.
The next morning.
Willpower restored, let's play some more Soulworker. It wasn't long until we encountered this typical free-to-play game problem, and that is inventory space. It's all clogged up. Blacksmith. Will you take my shit? Nice clean inventory. Now I'm level 20, I've got another full set of gear that the game's thrown at me. Unfortunately in this game, gear doesn't visually appear on your character. To change your visuals, it seems like you really need to like pay for cosmetics. Yeah, you've got no choice. Even if I take my coat off, it doesn't show the actual armor I'm wearing. Oh, hello. Hayden, this looks a little bit like your cat, doesn't it? Aww. Look at this good little cat. Cats are friends. I see, so the reason it wants me to go back and do this other mission is because now I've unlocked different difficulty levels. Should we try Manic? Probably going to get wrecked, but let's try Manic. Then I can't complain about the difficulty. Yeah, this thing's dealing more damage to me this time. To say that the difficulty is Manic is probably a bit of a stretch. I can imagine this game actually becoming really fun later on when you really master the combat. There has been a few instances where I've had to play carefully to not die, which I appreciate. Okay, this is definitely starting to become a little bit more engaging now I've unlocked a higher difficulty. Break him again. Big damage. There it is. Nice, yeah, Manic difficulty is a lot more engaging than normal mode. I appreciate that. Actually, the game's becoming somewhat fun. I'm looking forward to changing level at this point. I've been doing stages with the exact same aesthetic for like the past 8 to 10 missions. It's getting a little bit boring in terms of visuals. I guess Soulworker is quite similar to another game I've covered in the past, Kritika Online. If I were to compare the two though, I'd say I do prefer Kritika Online. Unfortunately, that game was shut down, but I think it had better combat than Soulworker. Soulworker's not too bad for what it is. The combat's decent, and when you unlock the more challenging boss fights, it does become engaging, it seems. Oh fuck me, inventory's full again. Oh, inventory wars. It's like every 2 missions I've got to go sort out my inventory. It's becoming a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? Now for the big spider boss. There she is. Does this spider boss have boobs? That's pretty typical of anime spider bosses. There they are. Somehow that makes her a little bit less scary. I don't know why. Good fight, spider. Okay, that's one spider squished. And now what? Have we rescued the girl? We have indeed. Handed in the quest, level 24, and have unlocked a new stage, which is the shelter. But I think leveling from now till max is just going to be pretty much the same. Go to a new stage, play through episode 1 to 4, sometimes doing different difficulties, and just getting new abilities. The combat's probably going to get faster as well. So with that said, I think now would be a decent time to wrap up this first impressions. So after checking out Soulworker for a bit, my first impressions are as follows. The combat is pretty decent, nothing mind-blowing, but it's fluid and fast-paced. Once you unlock higher difficulties, the bosses deal a good amount of damage and the fights become more engaging. I think a lot of anime fans will enjoy the cel-shaded graphics, and it's free to play, so there's nothing to lose in trying it out. The game having gender-locked classes with underaged characters wearing provocative clothing is likely to attract an audience of creeps. The user interface takes up too much of the screen for my liking. Typical free-to-play issues of inventory management. The game is very boring for the first hour when there's no difficulty options unlocked. As with every instanced stage-based action RPG, there's a lot of repetition of stages, and the game is extremely heavily instanced. Some rooms are just a few meters in size and require you to go through a portal to go to another small room. I don't like these style of games when the levels are so small. Overall, I think Soulworker is a fairly standard instanced stage-based hack and slash. Personally, I've played better games of this subgenre, but as far as anime games go, people might enjoy it for the cel-shaded aesthetic and engaging boss fights at higher difficulties. If I wasn't recording this video though, I'd have probably uninstalled it after an hour. Not a game for me, but potentially one for anime fans. But that's it for this video guys. As always, let me know your thoughts on Soulworker in the comments below. Does this game get much better at endgame? What makes this game better than Kritika Online, Kurtzspell, or Honkai Impact 3? Social media on screen. Thanks for watching. I hope you all had a successful day, and I'll see you in the next one.